Hey guys, voiceover host here. We've been gone quite a while, so gonna go through some of these videos and try to get you guys up to speed on exactly what's been going on in the background. This video will be for the Miata and explaining what we've done on the Miata. There will be two more, which will be for the A86 hatchback and the EK Civic. In this video here, we'll be going through the Miata and repairing some of the smaller things with it. We had a huge fuel leak out of the first injectors. So this is me replacing the O-rings on that and getting that sorted. This was back maybe in October, maybe even November of last year. Really not much footage here. There's not much to actually talk about. It's just me replacing an injector seal. That's all it is. In this video, we're gonna go ahead and paint the valve cover and get that all sorted out and make that look pretty. So went ahead, started the actual valve cover paint job. I cleaned out the garage first to make sure it was all clean. I went ahead and pulled the valve cover that I had pulled from the junkyard and started to take the baffle plates off. This was to ensure that there was no glitter or anything hidden in that because it was a junkyard car. I didn't want to risk it. I would not recommend taking those off. It's not necessary if you're coming from your own engine, and they do delay it because you have to silicone and Loctite those bolts back on. So starting with the actual valve cover sanding, I was sanding it with Scotch-Brite, and I decided to actually sand the raised letterings and try to polish it. Unfortunately, the Mazda and the 16 valve lettering was kind of pitted from age, so I went ahead and decided to just spray paint it and deal with that later. And the idea was to have the raised lettering be a different color than the actual valve cover to have a nice contrast between the black and a silver, or black and anything really, just to add a little color, a little pop, a little zazz, you know. Eventually, after sanding, washing, cleaning, sanding, washing, cleaning, sanding, and washing, finally able to paint the actual valve cover. And the original plan was to use some glue stick, which I've seen works. There's also regular Elmer's glue. If you slowly kind of embed it on the raised lettering, you could peel it off later. It's apparently an old trick. Unfortunately, completely forgot to add the glue right when I was painting it. So I just painted right over all the lettering. At that stage, it was too late, and I just said, whatever, I'll deal with it in a sec, paint over it, figure it out. So a lot of the valve cover came out smooth. This was me not reading the instructions properly and just doing the pattern, which was the most important thing in my mind. You have to be a little bit farther away than a normal spray can to get the effect. So a lot of it came out smooth. I didn't really look through the can. I thought it was maybe humidity. So I instead used a trick of using a heat gun. What this caused was the actual wrinkling didn't really look like it was properly done. So you'll see a lot of like blotches or a line of the crinkle where those two meet. So what I did was I shot one more full coat after reading the can properly at a proper distance, and the final effect is what you see. Yeah, so once I was set, it actually looked great. I went ahead and painted the raised lettering, and I got that all situated. It needed a few coats, about 4 or 5 of me manually painting it. Once that was done, though, it looked great. So after that dried, I went ahead, installed it on the car, got it all tightened up, and I went ahead and installed the oil cap to top it all off. And it came out really good. I definitely wish I would have tried the glue trick, but hey, what can you do? All right, guys, that's pretty much it for the Miata. The next couple videos are going to probably be the Civic and the 86. Those two I've done quite a bit of work on while I've been gone. So I'm hoping that those two, I have enough footage to make another one of these type of videos, or maybe its own video. We will see. But thank you guys so much for being followed. Thank you guys so much for sticking around, and I hope to get you guys more content in the future. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.